That's right. Yeah.
But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see Shador.
Right, it's about to get worse.
Dion already doing that. We all saw what we saw, and you know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's all
when you a teammate, he push him like, man, like, let's go. He push him like,
get off of me. Get off of me.
Get off me.
No, don't touch me.
Was it worth the $30,000? Now?
In the moment. In the moment.
He was up. You remember? Was it bingo night or was it? 44.
You know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But I'm gonna keep it high level, and this is gonna just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. this whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is,
I am undefeated. Oh, come on. And me playing basketball, and I just want to line up.
He's getting up.
And show, yeah, we doing this for real.
He's first.
I want to go rebound.
Shoot. This one?
Cut that up, baby. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's ugly. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. Y'all know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear it from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song.
Did you say song. Sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
Well, you think you can do something with that?
Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail.
Okay, you know what, big dog?
Yes.
I ain't light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now. Let's get
Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it. Fade to black. I'm gonna tell you how this came out. This is really how it happened. It was dark like this. Well, it's supposed to be dark. Y'all see that? And then all of a sudden it went like this. Real spit. He went like this. Box. Y'all know where I'm going? My radio, believe me, I like it loud. Oh my God, I was like 11, 12. I have no idea where I went. There are other galaxies and universes out there because music takes you somewhere that ain't on this planet. Oh my God. And I'm sitting there in Long Beach at the damn arena like he's on a 20-foot radio. There are speakers bigger than me. And they had the little equalizer with the sound, the beat, but the great concrete, my radio. I'm like, I love LL Cool J. Fast forward a month ago, guess who I'm hanging with at a wedding? Even though I know him, but I ain't seen him in a second. LL Cool J is hard. And man, we gave us about 3 hours of talking about like stuff that I never knew really happened in hip hop. Shout out to him and Rock the Bells and how they doing all that and blowing it up. And it was just amazing, dog. Just from being, and the funniest thing is, because I was like 11 and you was LL. And now I'm 51 and you still LL. Jesus. Oh, got to celebrate greatness in this world. Shout out to everybody out there. Blah, blah, blah. We are here today, to talk a lot of stuff today. Ooh, Cam Newton. What have you done, Cam Newton? Cam Newton put together a list, the most hated sports podcasters out there. Cam, why you do that? Ooh, Cam. We're going to talk through that as well. We also got some conversations that are going on with Diana Russini. We got an update on Diana because Diana. Oh, and Mike Vrabel. Let me stop leaving Mike Vrabel out of this because I know his wife at home like, excuse me, who do I need to call so he gets some more negative coverage with his trifling ass? Oh, former player. You know she already been through it. If they met at Ohio State, that's what I heard, right? They met at Ohio State. Let me just tell you something. Ohio State is a program. You know what I'm saying? And then he gets drafted. Then he wins Super Bowls. And then he retires. Then he becomes a head coach in the NFL. She a strong woman. That's a strong lady right there. Good, clean, wholesome girl. Yeah. We're going to talk about that. We still got that Dwayne Wade versus James Harden. And I know a lot of y'all just going to blindly say Dwayne Wade. But, yo, it's some evidence for James Harden. I had no idea this was ever going to be a comparison. I mean, I could see ketchup and mustard going against each other, but I never saw this one coming. Whoa, this was different. So this came out the blue. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about. How y'all doing in these comments? Let me see what y'all doing. Shout out to everybody who's here. All my members are asleep. Y'all suck. That's okay because we got top 5 fans. Drew Mack, what's up, big dog? Mars Madness, I see you up in here. Jay Grizz, Chris Guthrie, and GTO 2990 is number 1. Shout out to you, big dog, for being up in here. We respect your gangster. Okay, now, and on the cool check-in, I'm still on that Beastie Boys from yesterday. Center stage on the mic. That was another moment that took me out of this world. I remember playing that on the radio. Damn, look at that. How the universe work. LL, Beastie Boys on the radio, Rick Rubin, Def Jam. I love it too much. All right, man, I'm over my rap Tourette's. It's time to talk about Diana Russini. Why? Because we can. Let's go.
Now, other stories she's written, sources where Mike Vrabel was the source. What kind of tone did they have? What kind of stories did she write? Mm-hmm. That is what they're deciding. If I had to tell you right now, she will not be a reporter for The Athletic.
No, it's seeming like whatever this extra information they got, somebody, Mike, here's my guess.
Okay, first of all, it ain't extra information. Always think in the contrast, in the contrary. If you're going through a negotiation, always think for the other side, okay? It will help you understand and round out your side. Real spit. Like if you're playing offense, think about a defense. Don't think about an offense, because if you think about an offense, you're like, ooh, I'm going to run over here, then I'm going to throw it over there. Oh, we're going to be open. You better think about the defense. Defense is like, nah. I'm playing zone, big dog. So I think all them crossing routes, they look cute. Keep crossing route. Keep going slants. It's okay. Yeah. So you better chill. Think on the other side. On the other side of this, it's not always extra information. Most of the time, it's a lack of information. Oh, you ever been called into the boss's office? Yeah. And then you go up in there, you're like, waiting. What's up, boss? He like, what up? Hey, Diana, sit down for a second. He's like, no. Actually, let's keep this quick. Stay standing. Diana, you told me that you went out there and you had a girls trip, and then so happens, coincidentally, the way that your flight itinerary and hotel itinerary lined up with his, that y'all in the same spot. And then next thing you know, girl trip turned into the boy and girls trip. It's okay. It's a boys and girls club out here too. I get it. However, Diana, damn it. We have done some of our own internal investigating. We have kind of, I don't know, looked at this from other perspectives. And let's just say that's the emptiest, silliest looking girls trip I ever seen. Because one, I don't see no girls. And two, this story ain't adding up. Kind of silly. All right, so Diana, we understand when people get caught off guard, sometimes they just react in survival mode. That's understood. Understandable. However, now I need you to do something different. Don't just try to survive. Because your job, whatever. Let's thrive. You know, a little more than survive. Come on, engage with me. Go out of here, take a little time, and then next time we see each other or talk, let's be real. Let's thrive.
Someone already did their own investigation, whether it be an outside source, whether it be someone within the building, and they found a bunch of things that were all like, let's say you heard the story and you came out and said, man, I've already been tracking this. Here's some questionable things. Like Rob G brought up, who are we talking to? Was that you, Rob? Somebody brought up how Tennessee, they always had a joke about like.
That was me. They had on the
Yeah.
local radio show down there that whenever she had a story, they would say courtesy of Mike Grable.
Ooh, man. Come on, y'all. We ain't that stupid, are we? Are we? Look, it don't mean they ain't messing around. It means, look, y'all know that people have been putting y'all together, linking y'all together, whether national media thought it was a story or not. And it seems like still national media sometimes doesn't think this is a story. Who cares about that? The fact is, if y'all know people onto your scent, why you gonna stink up the joint? It's crazy. Huh? John Doe knows no crime. It's about ethics and morals, if anyone remembers what those are. I hear you, John Doe. That's a member right there talking. Well, we always put that third place and second place. First place is crime or money.
That was a joke.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, again, if there had already been an allocation of things that were collected that they can say, hey, I know you're going to do a formal investigation, but here's some easy stuff we've already collected for you. And that then they said, all right, this don't look good. Now we'll do a full-on probe, a full-on investigation. But you knew that was my point yesterday. Was just, I was like, wow, the athletic, because all they had to say was, hey, she's been one of the great writers for us. We respect her work, but we're going to do our due diligence and check into this and investigate.
They didn't do that. You know why they didn't do that? You know how the game goes. One, she's been a great reporter. Let's just not take anything away from her as much as we're going to add now because it seems like we know a different version of her. Let's always give her props. She did a great job of climbing the corporate media ladder to who she is. Okay? She is a name. You know her name. Whether you knew her or recognize her or think she's the best, whatever, she qualifies. Okay? Now, from there, if you're in this situation, you're like, hey, ma'am, excuse me, you just got to come 100 because this ain't about your relationships. This ain't about you and Vrabel. This ain't you and your husband. This is about us, the athletic, and our credibility. We're a brand. People log on and go behind a paywall because they believe there's more information back there that's credible from great sources that they won't get everywhere else. They're not going behind a paywall if they know you out there doing the payola with the panane.
But they were like, no, she ain't did nothing. What you mean? They were like backing her up like they were one of her homegirls.
And here's a morsel that also plays into it. She don't have no long-term contract. Her contract is up in August, so they have an easy out if there's any kind of doubt or integrity issue.
She gone. Yep. This what happened. Was it Joy Taylor? Her contract was up at the same time all that stuff she was going through. Remember, she was going on shows saying, yeah, we're walking and talking through it all. We'll see. I remember that. Yeah, she was on a show, maybe Breakfast Club, something. She's like, yeah, we're talking through it. We'll see. There's nothing to see. They're like, dude, why would we want to grab that boulder, that backpack that weighs 200 pounds? Not the person, but the backpack. I always say that, like climbing a hill with a backpack. All right. You probably think I'm talking about her weight. But the point is, why would I want to put that on my back and then go up this hill? Hell no. Why would I want to push that boulder up the hill? Hell no. Do you know you can go to the National Business Journalistic Institute, one of them conferences that they always have in Vegas, and there's all them girls that are graduating from college that want to go into media, especially sports media. They have one for NABJ, which is National Association of Black Journalists, but they have them for national, all of them. Every ethnicity has one except white people. Y'all can get one. We're the National Association of the White Journalists. That's called media, right? Let me stop. So the point is, they have it everywhere. And boy, I could give y'all stories on that. That is a farce. Them girls be going up in there wide-eyed, bushy tail, And all they do is just give out their numbers to all these dudes who, and women too, but dudes be in the industry because there's more dudes. And that's, you know, all they doing is going to Cheesecake Factory talking about life or trying to Mac. Rarely do jobs come from it, but it does at times. So it's worth it, right? So all them damn ladies out there, it's 1,000 of them. And let me tell you, of those 1,000, 600 of them look great. 700 of them look great. Look good, and they qualify. Why would they want to go roll the Russini boulder up the hill? I'm just telling you, that's how the corporate game goes. Like, they ain't got time to be waiting on you unless you already proved that worth. And being real, your contract up in August, you out there in April already with Vrabel, they ain't re-signed you, already got that deal done or got that thing stripped around. It ain't worth it.
And my biggest thing is, this is real simple. If I'm her boss, Ginsburg, right? Mm-hmm. Give me the names of the other 4 people you were with and show me pictures of the other people when all of y'all were hanging out.
Simple, easy. I said that yesterday, and she better not say one name that wasn't there. I'm not going to say they weren't there or not. I don't even know. And frankly, I only care because that just proves her innocence of guilt. But I don't care in terms of me, Marcellus Wiley, talking. I'm saying he does. Because to me, even if they are there, they could be covered. I'm just being real. If I'm doing what she is doing to the worst degree that everyone is assuming, and what he's doing to the worst degree of assumption, of course I'm inviting the homies. What? Matter of fact, they get invited first. Man, you know what a lot of the cheating trips are? Simple. I've been on the other end of this growing up and all through my life. This conference. Oh, I got to go to this conference. Oh, my God. Oh, you know what? This conference is, it's tedious. It's so much. Oh, I need to either, you know what? I'm going to stay an extra day maybe. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to stay an extra day. I'm just going to disconnect. Okay. You know you're disconnected to reconnect to somebody else, right? Or, me and my girls, we going here. And then you look at their WhatsApp, you know what they doing? Talking to the DJ, talking to the dude who the promoter, done met some dude that they met way back at the Houston rodeo. That dude is up in there too. Mm-hmm. All these coincidences that are happening. Come on, man. Dog, the craziest thing is, it's not that all my stories are all the things that I've been through, because I'm going to forget some of them. I got some crazy stories. What's crazier is because I'm cool with everybody. Everybody, even people that I've said some things that weren't flattering to. Like I just saw Acho a week ago. Acho was like, you like me or not? Dude, I like you. I don't like everything about you, but guess what? That shouldn't be news, because I hope you don't like everything about me. You know what I mean? It's just how life goes. It's just a real man show, okay? We talking real man stuff. So the point is, I don't have no issues. I don't walk around with no negative energy. So people always telling me stuff, or I'm nosy as hell with my eyes. You know, like a kid. Kids listen with their eyes. So I look around at everything. Everywhere I go, don't trip. I am doing this. What's up, boy? Mm-hmm. All's good. Yeah, I see you. Oh, man, ain't nobody faster in the state of California than him. I'm looking like, what is going on? I'm looking at my Gucci. It's about that time.
Then at least I can believe her story. Now, whether or not her and Mike got something going on, you know what I mean? That's here nor there. But at least I would know her initial story back to us was true. That place is not a couple's place. That's for intimate people propose to their wives, right? Or propose to their fiancés or whatever, girlfriends. They take their wives on a romantic weekend. Do you? It's a no kids place, right? It's that kind of a place. It's not a group place. It's for individuals.
They go into the steakhouse and talk about, oh, man, I'm a vegetarian. Now, there's something to eat here that ain't all meat, but you have better options. You have better options going other places. Like, 2 hours away from where I'm supposed to be is already too much to me. I had to go to the airport, take a flight, land, go to the hotel where we're supposed to be, and then go from there to another spot. Run 2 marathons. And then come back. And then that spot is nothing but intimate couple proposals place. We couldn't hit the Hyatt that they complain about in Memphis, the Grizzlies. I can't hit that Hyatt like a. Hey, Diana, come on, stop playing. If I'm Vrabel, I got to pull that card out. I'm like, look, it's a Hyatt 8 minutes from here. Chill out. You know what I mean? No, we want to go where no one can see us. Except a private investigator.
All at a Marriott courtyard hanging out.
Yes, that's totally different.
Couples or whatever. Yeah. I think that's why, again, I just was so shocked that they were so staunch in that. Now what'll be interesting is I think you're going to get a lot of people, like, what makes it, there's the morality end of it, which, as we both agreed, like,
that has nothing to do with the job, like right? That's his wife, right? His wife and her husband. That's what that's about.
And because what's going to make it interesting is, you know, she had mentioned on a recent podcast where she was like joking about how her relationship is not doing well and how it's on the rocks and how I think her mom or somebody was like,
going to be divorced by the end of the year or something, right? Wasn't that the comment?
Yeah, exactly. So,
I mean, this is the problem with being silly. This is the problem with having too much latitude, right? This is the problem when you just show all your cards before the game is really played. Because when this hits the fan, all of those are nothing but CVS long receipts that we're going to use against you. No matter what you say, this is why you have Miranda rights, literally. Now think about it. You're in the media, so your job is to talk about things. Now, if you're in sports media, talk about sports. But we all know we ain't talking only about sports. No one will ever watch any show that only talked about sports. Stop lying to yourself. Because if you believe me, all they talking about is 3rd and goal, 4th and goal. They never talk about, well, that quarterback is good under pressure. They never talk about that quarterback off the field that translates on the field. Well, his dedication, his work. Like, we can't watch pure sports. That potato needs some butter. You know what I mean? So anyway, we get it. But some people go looser. I go very loose because I really don't love sports like that. Y'all, I don't know who told you I did. I played sports like I loved it because I was damn good. Now, I love sports, but it ain't my end-all, be-all. Exhibit A, did I go to Alabama? Exhibit B, come on, dog. Like, follow the nerd in me. It's okay. So the point is, if that's who you are and you've been talking trash crazy, you know what I mean, jokes I've said about myself, my wife, my itty bitties. Imagine something happened to my itty bitty. He falls. And then he goes to school. Everybody's like, what happened to you? He said, man, I was at home and I fell. And the teacher says, you fell? And it looks like that? Is everything good at home? Yeah, everything's good at home. You know, what do you mean? Oh, me and my daddy were wrestling and I fell. Oh, your daddy did what? Boom. Marcellus Wiley and Marcellus Wiley Jr. Maybe in a child abuse situation and scandal. And next thing you know, everybody talking about, did you hear when he said this in January of 2021 about his son and wanting to toughen him up? You like, what? No, that was me outside with these little pads, and I was telling him, run into the pad. Uh-huh. You think that's good for an 8-year-old to run into a pad? Boy, don't let me start telling y'all how this stuff gets built. It gets built crazy.
So I think people are not going to jump into, because you're going to have some people, because Rob G brought up a great point. This is beyond just like, I'm an NFL fan. This is salacious. This is social media. People who just like tea, as they call it, the tea. They like gossip. And so now you're going to have some people say, what's wrong with a relationship? If they love each other, who are you to tell somebody they can't? And I think that's why the conversation we had yesterday was important, understanding why look, if they love each other and they're all about to move on from their spouses or whatever and be together, that's a separate thing than the integrity of being a writer, a journalist, covering things supposed to be impartiality and unbiased. And I think that's why it was a good lesson for people who don't necessarily get that. They'll just say, well, what's wrong?
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of ingredients in this soup. But let's be real. Stop acting like this ain't a story. Stop acting like you ESPN. This ain't a story. All I'm going to do is write one little baby blurb and article about it. We ain't going to talk about it. But let it be Jamarcus Russell, who's coming up on the show. Let it be Stephon Diggs. Oh, we all in his personal life. We almost going to suspend him during the playoffs. Like, it's so crazy when people want to move the goalposts and act like I'm supposed to kick it everywhere you move them. Funk that. I don't need them points that bad. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. I'm Dan Campbell. Forget it. We going for it. You know what I mean? Funk wrong with y'all. Funk wrong with y'all. Okay? The thing about it is there is a problem with this, and it ain't got nothing to do with their relationships and all. Shut it. If you are now giving license, because they say either you coaching it, right, or you allowing it. If we are giving license for reporters to get it in with the coaches, what's next? The athletes? Oh, that's fine. The owners? Go ahead. And we know it all happens. But the point is you can't allow it to happen because then it sounds like you're coaching it. Do you get it? It's like with your kids. You tell your kids not to do things, knowing as soon as you say it, they are going to do those same things you said not to do. But you still come back with what? Consequences. Why? Because we got to have discipline. Why? Because we have to have order. Come on, y'all. This ain't that hard. Don't get into no, I like her. Oh, she's a woman. Oh, he's cool. Oh, he's a great coach. Shut it. I don't even want them to have any penalties and suspensions and none of that. I just want the truth. Whatever that is, it is. He will not lose his job at all because of this. No way, no how. I don't even think it's a dent to his job in terms of job security. Where this hurts Mike Vrabel, I'm not talking about the person. I ain't talking about what his wife's saying, how that basement feel right now, where you sleeping at, mother. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about them players. It's going to be a player that's thinking, no, actually it's going to be a lot of players thinking like, is this fool up here talking about integrity? Is he talking about going to bed? I need you guys to make all the proper choices. Make all the proper decisions. I need y'all locked in. Starting in training camp, day 1, rep 1. I need everybody to get their proper rest. I need everybody to make sure that this is their focus, priority. Nothing else matters. Everybody in there. Every Patriot alive is like, even Tom Brady, wherever he at in Vegas with the Raiders, is like, is he still up there talking about integrity? So everybody gonna have some jokes, right? But I guarantee you this, ain't nobody gonna say anything. Okay, one, you ain't gonna say nothing because if you say it to Vrabel, he could get you gone. If he can't get you gone, what you gonna do, go upstairs? You gonna go to Kraft? After Kraft done been through his own issues, you think Kraft gonna be on your side? Kraft gonna be like, dog, why you even care about that? You here to play football and you over here trying to clown this dude for being, we don't do that here. That ain't the Patriot way. So you ain't got no outs. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. You're just gonna think something. So what? Who cares what people think?
People didn't get it when we tried to explain it. Like there were people who just don't understand when you're covering somebody the importance of that and how you could be compromised because you have a relationship. If you have a alleged sexual relationship, you'll do almost anything for them, right? You would write a story that's going to help them benefit from something. That's the issue, and that's
or ignore one.
And that's why they're looking at her stories. This is not just like, okay, because they could easily say she can't deliver any pictures, whatever. They're going to do a thorough investigation.
You can't deliver no pictures. What? I got pictures of me driving by a Chuck E. Cheese. I ain't even going there. I got pictures everywhere. They got surveillance everywhere. You think at this private, intimate resort that they ain't got surveillance footage? Oh, because it's private. Yeah, we trying to make sure your billion-dollar ass is not getting robbed up in here, too, because there's a lot of mountains and canyons and bushes and some snakes. We trying to make sure you stay comfortable, secure. Oh, yeah, they got cameras. So if it's 4 girls with her, trust me. You can't hide that. You can't hide it.
And with the stories as well, so that when they make that decision to let her go, they will be able to have more than that. Do you know what I mean? Like
here's why. We found that these stories, something was fishy, something didn't seem right, or she never necessarily proved the source, or I don't know. But yeah, I can see where they're going to do their due diligence to say, is there anything else we should be worried about? Again, not that they care about the relationship per se, like you can have your own opinion about her. More so, it's their job to be producing accurate information and stories that are true.
And man, ain't it crazy though? Be real. We in a world right now where we have an insider, which in their job description is to put out information that no one else knows. Think about it. Put out info that no one else knows, breaking news. And then when you become the subject, it ain't about somebody else, some other team. It's about you. No information? Oh, y'all misread that. Okay, tell us what to read. See, if you're going to put out a statement, we misreading this or we taking it out of context, put it in context, go. Like, I understand there are lawyers and there are people of interest. There's HR. Everyone is so old school, puritanical, where they're like, when you are dealing with scandal, please run away. Miranda rights. Get into the Miranda rights once again. Because Miranda rights, they tell you exactly. And anything you say can and will be used against you. So that's why a lot of people get quiet in these moments. That's why I don't kill them. But I always thought that was a defeated attempt to get your name back. It's already going to get beat up. Your name's going to get beat up unnecessarily. To me, it's like prevent defense. Yeah, you may still win, but damn, why you had to give up 3 touchdowns at the end of the game when you ain't give up none the whole game? You know what I'm saying? My daddy used to always say that. He's like, damn it, I'm mad at you, God. Well, he don't curse really, but damn it is about as far as he go. He'd be like, damn it, what was that? At the end of the game, y'all gave up 3 touchdowns. Y'all were beating that team 40-0. All of a sudden, it's 40-21. You know why? Because y'all went into that prevent. And you know what I tell you about prevent? My daddy has a lot of rhetorical questions, so you just got to just be patient. So he's like, you know what a prevent defense is? I said, I ain't going to say nothing, Daddy. What? It prevents you from winning. Like, Daddy, we won. Yeah, but you almost lost. Okay, Daddy, okay. Point is, she knows anything she says can and will be used against her. But that's not just right now. It's all of the stuff she said now. Dog, there are a billion videos right now. I showed my wife. I said, see, this is the problem with scandal. Forget infidelity. This is beyond infidelity because we know. Infidelity is y'all know. This is scandal. We know. You can't type her name in and get no information about anything she does except Vrabel. Pun, no pun. That's crazy. She is, I don't know how old she is. She is that old, lived this long, climbed this high up the corporate ladder, got a name, and now her name is one thing for right now. That's crazy.
The last thing,
so,
once you do that,
oh boy.
right? No, the last thing, seriously, no, I'm being serious. No. You got to remember that all the other reporters who work there, if she gets to slide with this, do you see what I'm saying? You open up a can, you won't be able to fire anybody else. You know what I mean? Without
that's a good point, right?
Without them being able to sue you.
That's a good point.
So that's why you got to be real careful, because if there's some question mark or whatever about what happened in her relationship and whether or not her stories were accurate or not, or fudged because of the relationship, and you catch somebody else in a similar thing, you're going to have a hard time firing them.
Blah, blah, blah. We ain't done yet. I just had to get that out because I keep seeing it in the comments. Love you guys. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and become a member. Like my man John Doe, who also sent in the super chat, said it's too bad the media created the term insider. Insider. Man, you silly. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, damn, that's tough. And that's somebody's mama, right? That's somebody's mama going, oh, them boys and girls got to go to school. Come on, man. Because you know school ain't nothing but a collection of all these little itty bitties they're doing nothing but regurgitating what they big brother said, they big sister said, and their parents going through. That's all school is. You come home, you pick up your kids from school, and you be like, what did you just learn? And it ain't what the teacher taught them. Oh. My daughter loves talking about money. Where we get all this money conversation from? Turns out I know why. She got a homegirl that only talk about money. Now, that's her girl. My girl used to talk about like Tonka trucks. She used to talk about Transformers. Now she's talking about, okay, let's play rich girl, poor girl. Last night they were playing it. I'm Heidi and you're Sammy. I was like, what? First of all, I was thinking they need to do a TV show, them little like Nikki and Vlad or something. I was like, y'all silly. They in the mirror being rich girl, poor girl, and poor girl had a little suitcase, and rich girl had a big suitcase. I was laughing. I was like, if you really rich, you ain't carrying your suitcase. Somebody got it. You got the baggage claim due. You should have heard the stuff they were saying. Point being, in this situation, man, you gotta be smarter. You got to understand where this thing is going. And if you let this go, whoo, everybody going to be like, my turn, my turn.
A hard time.
I'd add this to it. Players. What if there was a demeaning report about a player that wasn't accurate and he kept saying, I'm telling y'all this isn't true, but the report was out there because it favored someone,
right,
an interest, a love interest. And now, if I'm not that player, I've been screaming at y'all for 2 years. That's not how it went down. That's not, you know what I mean? Nobody's listening to me. Now you can, if you're that player, because they see, I've told you.
He didn't get that point out. Y'all bad editing, whoever did that. Girl, boy, that was funny. That's my dog, Kelvin. First of all, shout out to Kelvin Washington. We should host a radio show for ESPN, LA 710. That's my dog. Maybe the most talented dude in the game. Real spit. This dude is like Wayne Brady 2.0. Like on steroids. He's insanely great. And obviously Rob Parker, I mean, he went to Columbia, so what else can I say? Real spit. Here's the craziest thing, man. And then that point, you remember when he said, girl, you know that I love you. There's so many scandals that happen, and it's nobody's job to out anybody. I don't believe that. Even though, look, there's a part of me that want to be a goody two-shoe and be like, yo, that ain't right. Because if I know your wife and you over here mutting her out and doing all this stuff around me, and then I got to see your wife, you put me in a bad position. Seriously, I really feel this way. I don't know how many men feel this way. But I had a lot of teammates that did they thizzle. I was more single than not when I was in the NFL, so whatever I did. But they weren't. And I'm just sitting there like, you know, I wasn't always like against it, but in my mind, I'm always like, damn. This is why I ain't married, because this shit must be like, golly, like that. And so the point of it is, to me, it always felt like you went to pick up your homeboy. And your homeboy, hey, stop at the store real quick, man, I'm hungry. It's like, dog, we about to go to the restaurant. He's like, no, I just need some Munchos real quick. Munchos are fire still. God love. I hope they stock is up because I'm buying them. Anyway, so he's like, yeah, let me get some Munchos real quick. Oh, okay, give me some seeds while you're there. All right. Some dried shrimp too. He's like, all right. And let me get a Hawaiian punch. He's like, God dang, dog, we going to the restaurant. So he flipped on me. So then from there, all of a sudden, about a minute go by, I'm sitting in the car chilling. He running out. Get in the car. Hey, go. Let's go, dog. Let's go. Hurry up. Y'all know what I'm thinking. Y'all know what happened. What? What you do, dog? Hey, man. It's extreme, but the point is now I have already been intertwined in some mess that I don't want to be in. And I hate that feeling when I'm around your wife. And she like, oh, we got this vacation planned. We going to St. Croix to celebrate our 39th anniversary. And he's sitting there like, yeah, man, it's going to be a great time. And I'm like, not greater than last night. It can't be. Jesus. I mean, the conflicts that we go through in our day-to-day is amazing, right? If you really unraveled all the contradictions, you got to look out. You saw your boss do that. What can you do? You saw your boss do that. I saw one time on a flight, the flight attendant, man, she was up in there forever. No, actually, both of them went in there. Then one came out quick, and the other one took forever. And I'm like, the only reason I noticed because she looked good. I was like, where's she at? Where'd the flight attendant go? In about an hour. How you in a cockpit for an hour? I was like, maybe she flying the plane. I don't know. And came back. I can't say disheveled. I just say she ain't look the same. And then I saw the captains. You know me. I told y'all I always listen with my eyes. I saw the captain and the co-captain, two young studs. I was like, oh. Friendly skies I see, I said. So it's just like that, man. Look, People out there talking real, people talking. There's just no other option for the Athletic here other than to terminate Russini's employment. Damn, that's gangster. Which, frankly, should have already happened. That's gangster. Her credibility is forever shot. Now, that's real. Regarding Vrabel, his reputation is also tarnished, in my opinion. Oh, you put the in my opinion because you know that there's a great argument against that. But we'll see. You know, what they got? Masculine toxicity? Well, the NFL locker room is full of that. So if is there any place that you want to do some crazy bad man stuff, do it in the NFL. He and all other head coaches across this league tirelessly preach about not being or causing a distraction for the team and club. Ma'am, or whoever wrote this, so far, not a distraction to the Patriots. Stephon Diggs was, yeah, for some crazier reason. Is he a player? This is not I haven't even thought about the Patriots yet. His actions, which are deplorable as married man and father, have caused a distraction and also weaken his credibility the next time he has to address any off-field distraction caused by one of his players. True. That's why he probably gonna have his assistant do it. Hey, big dog. Hey, Billy, go handle that. Handle what? You know the dude got caught up last night at the hotel. Oh, okay, yeah, you can't touch that. That player will be correct to point out his own coach's naked hypocrisy. Okay, you wrote that and don't understand the dynamics of the NFL. Ain't no player ever gonna be like, yeah, my coach is cheating, so what y'all on me for? Why y'all giving me the interview? I know this YN generation, this next generation is crazy. They ain't that crazy. There's a dude who's not in the NFL right now because he went out there and was playing with dudes, touching them on the bud or grabbing their crotch. That dude that went to Clemson, that played for the Raiders, and he kissed somebody on the head, and probably, what the head? Which head? Let me stop. I told you I'm a comedian when I go to sleep. When I go to sleep, I'm the funniest dude alive. Hey, it's some dude that, he ain't in the league. And I won't lie to you, when I played ball, that was all a normal Wednesday. You were playing grab ass all day. Growing up, we played grab ass all the time. We had this crew called Tri Beta that was a grab ass crew of football players just acting stupid. That was the time back then, for real. You notice you don't see dudes slap each other on the butt as much as they used to. Now they put their finger in remember, who was that, Jalen Brunson? It's different though. Real spit. I grew up in a time where people were doing all kind of crazy stuff, violating all your personal space. And it was like, that's how you show, that's the homie. Now, they don't do it the same. So it's a whole different animal. Beat up in the comments. God, Lord. We're going to keep this going. We got a good theme today. We got a good train. All right, respect to everybody out there. John Doe is killing y'all right now as a member. He just lighting up the thing. All I see is green John Doe. Yep. 4G mode came in, grab ass. You never heard of grab ass, 4G mode? Oh, yeah, that was the term back then. There's a lot of things that changed over this world, over this time frame. That's why you got to respect elders. You ain't got to always listen to elders. Just respect them and give them some attention because they have perspective. They could be like, I remember when flag football, they used to call flag football, what did they say? Well, you know what they called it. And it was like, oh, it's football, flag football without the L. Growing up, there was not a shot in the world. I never met one guy growing up that said, yeah, I'm playing flag football. I'll give you another example. I grew up Compton, South Central, all that. Venus and Serena played tennis, blow up out of Compton. They don't even go to IMG Academy. They do it in the hood. I knew no one who played tennis. I got older, realized there was a tennis court right down the street at Ladera Park. Dorsey had tennis courts, and I used to always see them, but never even thought about, never even like, who's playing tennis over there? All I thought was it was some old Arthur Ashe kind of people out there. But I did grow up playing golf. So it's all about exposures, man, basically. If we really talking real, it's about exposures, right? And let's talk about some of these exposures because somebody getting exposed right now. This is crazy. So Mark Jones, as we know, was at ESPN since 1990, but he's now about to call his last game, I think today. But the story really is more of why he's gone after 1990. You would think somebody grandfathered in, like Chris Berman ain't never going nowhere until he retires, right? He's like, all right, I do this. But then Say Still, when she hit it, she said, sadly, all of this is true. I said, what's true? Also sad, if you work at ESPN and dare to say men don't belong in women's sports, you'll get fired. Oh, Sam Ponder. Remember what happened to her. So look at this. All this stuff is coming out. The chickens are coming home to roost, as they say. Mark Jones is one of the worst, most vile people in sports media history. You know I'm going to click on that. I'm like, what? I always thought Mark Jones was like a simple guy. Matter of fact, they kind of, here we go. Y'all black people, y'all look alike. I thought he was just like, I never knew this is what they say about Mark Jones. Tell me real, tell me fake. Here's a rundown of some of his awful posts. Posts? You mean you had this on Twitter/X in recent years? Barack Bobby's getting a lot of love on this show, lady. We got to start listening to him more or something. Hey, Jimbo. Hey, put that on speed dial. Put that on, no. What they call it, subscriber list. One of them things that makes sure it come to my algorithm and algorithmically. Okay? Let's do it, Jimbo. Thank you. All right, false claims that stadium police officers were going to shoot him dead because he is black. What? How they false? Well, they false because he didn't get shot, I guess. Jesus. Really? How you know he wasn't really going to get? I don't know, but it becomes false if you don't get shot, I guess. Tweets telling Rush Limbaugh to rot in hell the day the conservative broadcaster's wife announced her husband had died of lung cancer. What? Ooh, that's ugly. Let's continue, guys. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and become a member, because we still going to talk about this. We got Cam Newton, who's exposing all of the sports podcasters, the most hated list. Dwayne Wade versus James Harden. We still got that. Jamarcus Russell is talking about how everyone hated on him, and now he is going to return fire, Kwame Brown style. We got John Jones coming back into the UFC. We got a lot of good stuff going on. Just got us another super chat from somebody named John Doe again. Who's the poor guy that had to fit shoe for golf clubs? When I was 5, my daddy bought me a 3-club set. You know what it is. Everybody gets this. You get a wood, you get a driver, and you get a putter. Driver. You get an iron, you get a wood, and you get a putter. Walking around with that white. I had a white one too, white cloth. And don't get me. See, I'm getting distracted right now. I got to tell you my Smokey Robinson story and Calvin Pete story that I've told 1,000 times, but I'll tell you guys later about golf. Let's get back into these. This, I guess it's got to be real because it's on Twitter. Lies about the police murdering Jacob Blake, who is still alive. Oh, wow. Post calling Stephen A. Smith a coon. Oh, y'all know that gets in my craw. You know it's weird that black people call another black person who says something that they don't like a coon? It's usually that person is saying something that makes us have to look in the mirror. Like if I make you responsible or accountable or one of them things that end with a bull, all of a sudden I'm not. Oh, I'm not? Because I told your ass you ain't? Oh, okay. Post calling his white colleagues and bosses blind to racism in front of him. What? He was still on the air doing all this? This can't be true. Somebody verify this, please. Ain't no way no Mark Jones, who been calling all them NBA games, is this. Ain't no way. Tweet celebrating Nick Bosa tearing his ACL as payback for standing for the national anthem and supporting Donald Trump. Oh, God. People really thought Colin Kaepernick was doing something because he took a knee during the national anthem. Like, I'm from the hood where when you give us funding, I need real action. I don't care if you're taking a knee or not. I don't care if you up or not. I don't care. Help. If you ain't going to help, miss me with the performances. Claims that the Batman character is rooted in racism. Damn. A photo saying MAGA women are skanks. No way. Claims that Governor Ron DeSantis is a member of the KKK. He's not. Yo, it just seemed like a lot of political stuff, to tell you the truth. Sound like he a heavy Dem. He is left. And now he's left his job. Claims that Aaron Rodgers is a member of, what was that called, K9 or something? He's not. Aaron Rodgers is super cool. I don't know why y'all be hating on Aaron Rodgers. I understand why, in part, because he's flippant. He's just like, I don't care what you think about me. And usually when someone is like that, you ain't going to probably do well with that because you do care what people think about you. That's on you, though. That's a you problem. Statements that white people appropriated Jesus. Oh, my God. Debunk. First of all, a lot of people be saying that in the crib. A lot of old black people be saying, boy, you know that picture up there ain't real. I'm like laughing. I'm like, all right. Debunk claims that the police shot Breonna Taylor when they saw her skin color. Look like he got caught up in 2019. Look like he got BLM'd. Oops. A tweet from Bishop Talbert Swan that white people are demonic forces of evil. God, is he racist? Oh, black people can't be racist. Yes, they can. A tweet comparing Jason Whitlock to a house slave from the film Django Unchained. Oh, man. That's half of ESPN. Let me stop. Tweets, they all went at Jason. Tweets calling Queen Elizabeth a racist on the day she died. Oh, my, good written, smart. You know how I feel bad right now? Because I never did a Mark Jones good thing on here. I don't know what to do. But now I know what not to do. Don't ever read his tweets. God dang. All right, y'all. Beat up in the comments. What the hell was that? Got me feeling a certain type of way. Yuck. Brother Jay says, yuck. All right, let's get some love to some of these fans in the comments. Top 5, and then Jamarcus Russell's about to come shoot back. Kwame Brown style. It's about time, Jamarcus Russell. Where the hell you been? I know Jamarcus Russell through a friend who was my teammate. Shout out to Otis Leverett, who used to train or still does train Jamarcus Russell because he actually looks like he's in good shape. Well, whatever. Number 5 is Jessica Meyer. Hey, lady. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. I love that. Shoot. Messing up my demo, all you dudes. GTO, shout out to you. Number 4, Mars Madness. 3, Bob Cootie is 2, and John Doe is number 1 again. Get your money, John Doe. I love it. We got a member, Mr. Chevelle, says Jesus wasn't even white. Okay. I don't know what's wrong with me, but sometimes when it's an argument that I know that what do they call those? Straw man arguments, or you just ready to argue, or you're right, or I'm wrong, or I can't prove it, or you can't, like, I don't know. I mean, I know what you're saying. I'm not trying to point that out, but I'm this friend. When you go like this, oh man, you ever been sitting with your boy and y'all riding? He go, oh man. He wants you to say, what? I'm the friend that does this. Nope. If you want me to know, you're going to tell me. If not, I ain't doing all that BS. I ain't doing all that. Oh man. Whoa. What is, dog? Just say it. Jesus. All right, so here we go. Jamarcus Russell, you just say it.
I'm mad as a motherfucker, too. I ain't played for 4 years. I'm mad as fuck. So don't you think I'm mad enough you come play with me, bitch, I'll get at your ass? You feel me?
Yeah. I feel you. You know what he's talking about. Let's give context to this. Jamarcus Russell is literally synonymous with bust. Like if they say the biggest bust in NFL history, they're not talking about me in Dallas. They talking about Jamarcus Russell. Ain't that crazy? Ain't it, Jay?
I think I'm mad as a motherfucker, home. Yeah. That shit really done something to me. That you come up and talk crazy, that play with me like I won't do something to you, my nigga, like fucking with me. Yeah. Man, that's harassment. You harassing me.
Oh, God. I feel like I gotta defend myself. Yeah.
So it's like, man, hey, brother, I'll be a bus, but let me be that shit at your house. Don't see me out in public. Nigga don't be knowing what to say to you a lot of time.
Well, I don't believe in that. Like if somebody's job is to talk sports and then they got to talk winners, they got to talk losers. And they're not going to just talk about that and score. They're going to talk about that. That's why I say everybody's always like, oh, people gossip, people are doing tea. We only talk sports. I just saw somebody point out that Shannon Sharp, because Shannon Sharp recently said it again. We only talk sports over here, or we're not going to cover that. That's not sports. And then literally there was somebody pointed out that he was talking about girls in Houston and how they messing up relationships and stuff. It was some crazy thing. And the point is, I don't know why everyone has this guilt trip about what they talk about. Just talk, dog. It's okay. I don't even want to be someone known that's just talking this. I don't talk just sports. I don't just talk sports media. I talk life lessons. I talk about kids more than anything. Talk about itty bitties. Like, so I hate when they get on a thing where you can't say this or ain't no borders. I could do what the hell I want to do. If I want to wake up tomorrow and start a religion channel, I'm going to do it. Oh, what you doing that? Dog, y'all going to judge me no matter what I do. So guess what? Ye judge, ye shall be judged. Let me go. But Jamarcus, you got to pull in the big boy pants for this one. They going to call you a bust if you don't ball out, especially when you're number 1 pick overall. And that ain't going to stay just in their house because their job is not just to stay in their house.
I don't know how to speak to you. They can't just say, what's up, man, and just be cool. Mm-mm. Don't come up to me saying, oh, what up, the biggest budget Marcus Russell? If you say anything, put the big, nah, bitch, I'm going to bust in your mouth the biggest.
It's because you said.
That's just like saying,
but you said
I understand, but get what? That's like saying, I'm a fuck nigga. When you see me, call me a fuck nigga.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah and no. Like, if I say something about you, and you know I said it because now that's why when I see you, you like, yo, I'm waiting for the same energy. Keep the same energy. Well, why should I keep the same energy? Because I'm not in that moment. I'm not in that emotional context. I'm not doing the same thing again. I'm not running from it either, but you want me to lead up instead of saying hello? It's like, oh, hey, what's up, bust? Do you really want that? Or is that your defense mechanisms at play? We've heard criticism before. Your teacher has given you a paper back and it's been nothing but red lines on it and an F or D or C minus, whatever it may be, bad grade, right? Do you want to leave, go home, and then tomorrow when you show up to school, as soon as you see her, she's like, "What's up, F student?" "What up, Mr. Failure? What it do?" Same energy. Last time I talked to you, last night when I gave you that paperback, fail. How you doing? You want me to change your, like, come on, man. Look, I will address it. I ain't running from it, but I know what he's saying. People do be on some sucker stuff. He's saying, nah, you've been talking trash about me. Then when you see me, because you're uncomfortable because now the trash is right in front of you and it smells, it's kind of hard to breathe, ain't it? You're a little shaky, ain't you? He's like, now let's talk about that since you shaky. And let's be real. Every way you communicate gives you a different level of bravado. You are gang-related gangster, the most original Crip ever when it's a text or email. When it's on the phone, oh man, shoot. I ain't as gangster, but guess what? Let's talk. When it's face to face, hi, hey, how you doing? You in your feels. You got diapers on.
I'm a bitch ass nigga when you see me call me.
I see what you saying.
First of all, don't call me no bust, period.
But I see what you saying.
But if you do,
but you said
I'll be the biggest bust, that's cool. But don't come out your mouth.
But you said you gave them folks the ammo to say it though.
If you say it.
But I feel like.
But don't come at me playing no game like you calling me a bust to make fun.
I'm
gonna show you a bust.
I love you, Jamarcus Russell. You know I do through Otis and everything. And I saw him in the club. We partied one time in the club. That's probably not the appropriate time to say this because it didn't go as well as it should have for Jamarcus. It's weird because I'm not a Hall of Famer, but I don't know. I'm a second rounder, all pro, Pro Bowl, broke some banks. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's an overachiever, yes. But if you add the Columbia part, I overachieved. Point being, I'm very comfortable with my career because, frankly, my senior year, I didn't even know if I was going to make it to the NFL. I wasn't on no draft boards. I wasn't no seventh rounder. I was nothing. So I'm always looking at it like with gratitude. He sounds like he has attitude because he hasn't healed, and he probably never will, from, yo, you suck. But think about it. They saying you suck after you became the #1 pick overall, and they saying you suck after you broke the bank. Somehow, some way, I'm going to say y'all misspelling suck. Y'all don't know how to spell suck. I think y'all trying to say success, but it depends on where you start and where you stop. Because Jamarcus Russell had to be a dude in high school to go to LSU, right? Had to be a dude in LSU to get picked #1 overall, even though I know y'all going to say, hey, it was just the Raiders and that couple games. I don't give a damn. I wish I had a couple good games, too. I wasn't #1 overall. If I'm Jamarcus Russell, I got to reset what success and sucks looks like. Let me do some therapy with you, brother. It take one session with me, a couple of them tickle drinks that my sister makes, and it's a wrap. I had you back. You wouldn't give a damn what somebody said to you when you saw him. Matter of fact, you'll tell them first. Yeah, I sucked. Like I talk about my Dallas years. Oops, year. That's my point. I ain't even have years. Now you better accept yourself. If you can't accept yourself, the world gonna be hard.
That number two though.
Either you gonna buzz me, I'm gonna buzz you 1 or 2. But then I look at it and I say, why they calling me the biggest buzz? Because I was the best that didn't turn out good. I can understand that. Motherfuckers upset.
Came before you.
But they weren't better than me.
Down you cooking. Somebody got to you or you got to yourself. Where you're like, wait a minute. Let me figure out the flip. You gotta always figure out the flip. Like when I was growing up, gangsters try to be the toughest guys and run the whole world, and they did because, they'll take it to a level you wouldn't. They'll come back and shoot you. Okay, you win. But don't mean being real, I ain't scared of you. I just know you can do something to me that I wouldn't do to you, and I don't want it done to me. But I don't mean I got to walk around here. I ain't scared of you for real. You know why? Because I know why you messing with me. So this is how you flip it. I know why you messing with me, because you hurt. Hurt people. I know why you messing with me, because you don't get enough hugs. You don't like your mama or your daddy. You don't respect that, or you ain't got your mama and your daddy. I'm sorry for that, big dog, but you ain't got to try and punk me every day. Oh, I used to walk around and I listen with my eyes. I'm looking at these fools. I'm like, He out here winning just because he punking everybody. He out here winning because he got that thing on him. That's the only reason we moving on the other side of the street. But don't think if we walk down the street by ourselves, I wouldn't whoop you. Boy, I tell you, you better leave me alone. Look, I don't want nothing. But I don't want nothing, dog. I just want the chance to do what I want to do in life. That's it. Don't try to take it away from me. Oh, you going to try and punk me? Okay. See, that's why you got to flip stuff. Because they'll walk around here and try to take your mind. I know you going to punk me. All right, you whoop me up. All right, you jack me. All right, you... Don't let them get you, though. Because they really the weak ones. That's why they striking first. They hurt.
That's why they say the biggest bust. I understand that. I feel that. That's cool with me. Yeah. But play on your own term and at your own risk. That's all I'm saying.
On risk.
Oh, God.
I'm mad as a...
Oh, don't put that on God. He's saying, throw hot coals on their head. You know, if you know the Bible, that means like, God's like always saying, let me handle it. And if I handle it, trust me, you're going to be happier with the results. Because 1, you ain't going to be incarcerated. 2, you ain't going to be in headlines. And 3, let's just say my hammer is a lot heavier than yours. You know, I think I'm like in the 90 percentile of letting God handle it. Really. Because I just learned early he got me. Not so much me, but if I don't fight you and I'll just let it go and let him G-O-D, go God, woo! That battle we had, somehow I won. I don't know if that happens to you. I don't know if you're religious or not, and it doesn't matter. It's just like if somebody disrespects me right now, and then I try to get my respect back, which is stupid, because if you don't respect me, why do I even care to get it back from you? That's why I don't fight. So I'm like, all right. And next thing I know, whether I know them and I find out, like, damn, that happened? That's jacked up. You could call it karma. I'm not even going to go that deep. I'm just saying, you kept playing that same game with somebody who wasn't playing games, huh? You know what I'm talking about? Jamarcus, do not walk around here loaded, ready to just confront who hated on your career because your career wasn't as great as it should have been. It's okay, dog. Whoever's saying that, I'm guaranteeing you 90-some% are people who didn't even play at the pro level. Okay? I'm not looking at you like that. I've never thought of you as a bust. I thought of you a dude that didn't play well. It didn't go well. Seriously. But a bust? I mean, that's a word. I can say you a bust, all that. But I never thought of you as a bust. I could clown you right now, you sorry ass. Big ass sorry ass. You couldn't even throw the ball in the league. I could do that all day because that's the locker room. But deeply, for real, you, me, mano, hell no, you ain't no bust. Dog, how much money did you make? First of all, let's start there. I hate when people be getting it twisted. What did Shannon Sharp tell me when I was a rookie? It's about M&Ms, money and memories. Jamarcus, do you have memories? Yes. I remember you in that big ass suit, #1 pick. Shut it. So that's a great memory. How much money you make? A grip. Shut it. The rest is the rest. The rest is the rest. That ain't nothing. That's filler. There's dudes out there that won 3 Super Bowls and played for 12 years, didn't make as much money as you. Ain't a name. You can forever say Jamarcus Russell and people know who you are. People know your face. It's some Hall of Famers out there. You'll walk right by them right now. You better recognize who you are. And that's the dude that we say is the biggest bust. Don't give me somebody else. I can pump them up too, man. In life, you got to be your biggest cheerleader. You better have them pom-poms. All right, let's get into topics. We still got Mike Hill. Oh, Mike Hill is about to go in on Jason Whitlock. What? And sports media. He's saying, y'all doing too much. Chill. Okay. Let's chill. But before we do all that, we also got other topics. Dwayne Wade versus James Harden. We got to get that debate going. We also got John Jones trying to get back in the UFC, maybe. And we got Cam Newton on these sports reporters. Oh, Lord. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a member. My goal is to have a show that we just talk. And we're going to talk through sports, through life, because I love sports. But I ain't only a sports head like that. So let's see what y'all fans are talking about. Oh. Shout out to all the members that I see, John Doe, 4G Mo, Mr. Chevelle, all y'all. And the top fans are GTO is 5, Mars Madness 4, Bob Cody's 3, Jay Grizz is 2, John Doe is like, Deal with it. I'm number one. Mike Hill, what you talking about? Mike Hill, my dog. He was on the Rocks with us before. I've been knowing him since, 20 years now, ESPN. Good dude. Good brother.
Jason Whitlock. And I got love for all these guys, except Jason Whitlock. Did I say that? I love sports. And I love the sports experts. Well, man, something has gotten out of control and the shit needs to stop. You got more of these sports experts talking more about each other than talking about the actual product. I mean, just in the past month, Ryan Clark came after Cam. Acho went after Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes came back at Acho. Matt Barnes and Stephen A had a back and forth. Everybody coming after Stephen A, it seems. D Wade and Patrick Beverly got into it. Jason Whitlock. Jason.
You don't like Jason Whitlock, I guess. I don't know what the beef is between him and Jason Whitlock. I can assume what it is, and I think it's probably racial, political, something like that, like going after black players, black athletes, black people. I can assume. I know Mike Hill. I know his roots. He gave us some great stories of his upbringing, and I know how he is. He plants his flag for his people, and I know how Jason is. He's like, oh, give me that flag. Let me clean it off. Let me dust it off. Let me mess with it for a minute and get it a little better, sew it tighter and all that. So I know they having some kind of accountability, responsibility, conversation somewhere. I know that. Yeah, it may be deeper than that, but that's my assumption. Now, from that point, the only thing I will push back on is this. There's a lot of reluctance and resistance to something that just is. You notice that with technology. Like he's talking about right now, why are y'all all infighting and beefing? Come on. Can we put the guns down? Can we all get along? What's she saying, Boy in the Hood? Can we go somewhere where y'all fighting and shooting? He looked at her, he said, man, shut up, girl. He didn't say girl either. Man, shut up. And I'm like Ice Cube right now, Doughboy. Can we get along? Man, shut up. No, we don't have to get along. It's okay. This reluctance to what's happening, to reality, this reluctance to reality is hilarious. If you know sociology, you know my favorite word. If you know sociology, you understand this is how it goes, okay? This is the reality. This is what independent media is showing you, a truth, or authenticity. This is why you didn't see this on linear cable, national, traditional media, because that wasn't real. How do I know? I worked there for 20 plus years. You got to laugh at that joke that ain't funny. You got to smile and keep the things going around, get along, go along, gang. You got to. Because why? Because you got another segment with that person. You got another show tomorrow with that person. You got a career to build with this person potentially, or at least at this network for years. So, okay. Just like on a football team, you can't out your quarterback when he throw 5 picks. You know everybody on the Houston Texans was looking at C.J. Stroud like he a scrub that day when he played the Patriots. How many of them came out and said something? That's my point. So stop acting like this is brand new. But once they leave that team, what happened with DeMarcus Lawrence when he left the Cowboys? What did he say? First thing he said, he was in Seattle in the offseason. They ain't even played one game. And he said, I had to get out of Dallas. They ain't winning no Super Bowl. We're going to do that here. Excuse me? Seattle with Sam Darnold? Y'all going to do what? Oops. So this reluctance to reality, all these dudes that keep saying, why we keep fighting? Why we keep talking? I tell you why. Because y'all being honest finally. You're just being real finally. It's okay. And I don't understand. You're not tearing me down if you start talking about me. You're not. Because one, it has to be true. But two, I got to give a damn. Your words have no power if I don't care. Everybody else is thinking this. Okay. They going to always think something, bruh. There's no stadium, no arena that you ever walk into where everyone's going to cheer you and everyone's going to boo you. So get over it, boo-boo.
And Whitlock 2 times. He had to throw his big 2-piece biscuit and a gravy into the mix. Jason Whitlock. And I got love for all these guys, except Jason Whitlock. Did I say that? Jason Whitlock. But bruh, while I love a little debate and drama, this has gotten too far out of hand.
This has gotten too far out of hand? Where you from? I'm from L.A., homie. I done survived the riots. I done survived the South Central, a place where busting the cap is fundamental. And when he said that, we almost thought we were getting shot listening to that song.
All talented, accomplished, and accredited individuals who have built these huge money-making platforms in the world of sports. But when they gonna stop tearing down each other's empires?
Mike, you're in film session right now. Check yourself out. All right, whose empire got tore down because of these conversations? Go. Matter of fact, let's be real. Everyone's attention, clicks, views, subscriptions, whatever you want to measure it by, go up when they go into something. Okay? You can call it clout chasing, whatever you want to call it. But the point is, that's what happens. When somebody goes at Stephen A. Smith, it could be me, it could be anybody. When you go at him, hey, tune in at 2 o'clock Eastern, you're going to want to hear this. Like whatever that is, it goes up. Now, that doesn't mean you design it. It just means when it occurs, it's up. Just like if I'm playing offense and all of a sudden you want to come out and cover zero and my boy is about to run that fade and he about to run that cross, oh yeah, it's going up. We about to light you up. Good luck. Right? Like, stop fighting reality. Nobody's empire. Matter of fact, people are building things off of this. And more importantly, it ain't even about this. It's just, why you want to limit it to just talking about what? Talk about what? What are we going to talk about right now? NFL draft coverage? Ugh. Fernando Mendoza or not? Ugh. I played in NFL and I don't give a damn about no NFL draft coverage. Is he going number 1? Maybe he won't. No, look out for Ty Simpson. No, I think it's still Fernando. I'm not doing that for 3 months. 1, I'm not doing that. That's boring content for me to even do. 2, I think y'all might get fatigued. But 3, if you're not, there are channels for it. But it's funny because Mike is jumping in and saying stop doing something that he's doing himself. Why you don't like Jason Whitlock? Not defending Jason, just saying you said don't tear down anybody in empires, but except him. See, once you say exception, then we know that rule ain't really stirred. It ain't really that. It ain't really that strong. Come on, big dog. You know better than that.
Like I said, I'm all for a little drama every now and then. Hell, I was part of a reality show. But it's kind of ironic that some of these same brothers who tried to discourage me from being a part of that drama are now creating their own ugly reality.
Let me see. Oh, Acho, Matt Barnes, Ryan Clark, Pat Bev. That is not Whitlock, is it? Yeah, Whitlock. Ooh, Whitlock, see this picture. Boy, if you drop about 13 pounds, you're going to be in them streets. And then Stephen A., The Real Husbands of Podcasting. Now, that's funny. That's pretty good. I love it, Mike. Mike's a comedian now, too. He's doing stand-up. Doing well at it, too, man. Funny.
And they ain't pulling wigs. These brothers seem like they just trying to pull up on each other. And the only tea they seem to be spilling is toxicity.
Okay, ain't nobody pulled up on nobody. Nobody. LeBron pulled up on Stephen A., and that's because Stephen A. pulled up on him. Like, if I got beef with you, whatever you want to say, or we got an issue, and then you pull up, you bring your 5.0 and park right in front of my mama house, and I'm over there visiting her, then I come outside and say, what you doing here? What's up? You want to talk? And then you say, nah, I don't want to talk. I don't want to do nothing. I'm sorry. And drive away. That's all that was. That's as close as we got to some contention. Have you heard of anybody in media knocking somebody else out in media? What we had, Jim Everett and Jim Rohn 35 years ago? Ain't nobody pulling up on nobody. Stop it. Why y'all so damn hyperbolic? And there ain't no toxicity. If I don't like what you just said, I'm going to say it. What's the point of having a microphone if I can only say what you want to hear? Oh, that was deep, huh? What's the point of having a microphone if all I can say is what you want to hear? Partner.
And they all got something in common.
Funny. Oh, I hate this argument. Mike, stop. I hate this argument. Black people always going at black people. People are so damn biased and selective, perceptive, and more importantly, I hate to say it, enslaved. Ooh, God, Lord. Now, let me be real. Let me be real for a second. Woosah. This is the real. Everybody goes at everybody. You just don't pay attention. Let me give you an example. People always say black people always doing this. You ever watch white shows, as you want to call them, white shows? I give you one. TMZ is a white show. There's more white people on there than anybody. Working there, covering it, what they talking about. Most of them stories is about white people, okay? White on white crime, no? Oh, that ain't it? All right, I give you another. And TMZ is gigantic. They got little buses and vans going through my neighborhood all the time, just showing people this is where they live, this is what they do. This is come on, stop. That's Robert Redford's home. Stop. Tom Hanks is home. Stop. If you want to say who goes at each other the most, white people. You don't believe me? Access Hollywood. You ever watch that? They tearing down black people? Oh, okay. You want another one? Entertainment Tonight. Shall we? You want more? National Enquirer. Couldn't even check out of a grocery store without seeing white people just tearing each other down. Another story about Elizabeth Taylor. but black people are doing it. Man, if you don't get off that little ass farm you own and whoever you are thinking like that, look at the world at large. Okay? Get out your box. It's okay too. If they can do it, and they survive and thrive in it, what do you think? It's bad? See, this is the problem. People really don't want that mirror. It's a mirror of accountability when you get to criticize. What do you think opinionists are? They are people who say, hey, wait a minute now. That's a little too much. That's too far. I don't like that. You don't like them? Why? Because they're calling you out? Oh, that's a whole different issue.
We don't see Pat McAfee beefing with Colin Cowherd or Tony Kornheiser going after Bill Simmons that often.
No, you don't. You want to know why you don't? Because one, you ain't got the former athlete element into it all the way, but you do have former white athletes going at people. Ben Roethlisberger, example A. Okay? Now you talking about media entities. Colin Cowherd, who did he say? Bill Simmons. Bill Simmons go at cats all the time. Are you kidding me? Maybe it doesn't make noise. Maybe you don't gravitate to it. Maybe because you don't want to run with it, or a lot of people. Bill Simmons always calling somebody out. Are you kidding me? I don't understand this. Tell me I'm wrong. Oh, you can't, because I'm not.
So here's my plea, because I know, love, and respect each and every one of them with the exception of one, and you know who your big ass is. Like I said, I understand beef. I understand a little drama every now and then ain't bad. But once again, like I know y'all know each other, man. So
I have to do this. Y'all, I hope y'all know who Thomas Sowell is. If you don't, just Google. I know a lot of times he's not in mainstream media, mainstream education, but he should be. This dude is so genius, it's insane. He might be Yoda on Earth. Point being, do you know that a lot of these things that the culture, black culture, comes from, which is nothing but Western European societies, Western European ideals, Western European thoughts and ideologies. Like, we borrowed literally black ghetto culture ain't nothing but old white ghetto culture. Like, it's way too deep. But the point is, stop acting like you made something up and that we the only ones doing this. We literally took our culture from somebody else who looked opposite of us. Wonder how that happened.
Why don't we start doing a better job of building each other up instead of trying to tear each other down? Or at least when you got beef, man, reach out to one another privately. And for God's sake.
Nope. First of all, I ain't tearing you up, building you up, tearing you down. None of that. And don't call me if you ain't ever called me before. Don't start no new relationship off some beef. You called me. If you ain't ever called me, first time you call me better not be, hey man, I heard what you said about me. Well, good. If you heard it, then address it. Like, these cats that's really auntie behavior to me. Like, you never had the courtesy, decency, you never had the desire to ever want to talk to me on the phone. But then, because people are talking about you because they heard about something I said, now let's talk. Hey, if it was a public situation, we're going to address this publicly. If it's a private situation, we're going to address it privately. Okay, don't switch up now because you don't like the results. Don't switch up now because you don't like the score. I don't like that. It ain't that deep too. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm not even a man's man. I'm not even tough like that. But the last thing I'm about to do is soften the blow. I play football. Life is a contact sport. You better duck.
Like Chris Rock said,
don't fight in front of white people.
Except Whitlock. Because we all know that Whitlock is purposely doing it for a certain group of people. So forget about him.
Mike's my boy, y'all. But at the same time, truth is my friend. All right, if Whitlock's doing it for a certain group of people, Mike, are you doing this for a certain group of people? Mike, we know there's another side out there. I always tell the story when my wife We were at a red light in the middle of COVID, or maybe the beginning of COVID. And we had a red light, and my wife hit me in a gentle, loving spouse way. But she's like, I was like, what? And she's like, you're not gonna honk? I was like, honk for what? She's like, it said BLM honk. I was like, what am I honking for though? I know I see Black Lives Matter and it's a group and they out there. Honk for what? What are they standing for? That nudge from her and me not honking and her feeling all, she arguing me or like, oh, what's up with you? What's wrong with you? You ain't black enough. That led me that night at 2, 3 in the morning to look up their mission statement. I think that might be my most viral video. I said, I want to know more. See, I'm not a hater. I'm going to pause right now because he almost done with this clip. I'm going to tell you, I'm not a hater.
It's open season on his ass until he disappears, which we know that's damn near impossible.
Hey, dope name, Open Mike. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, Mike is my boy. Whitlock's my boy. So what? I'm not a hater though. So that night, 2, 3 in the morning, I said, everybody's into this BLM. I want to know what they about, what they standing for. What are they? Because look, I'm the last one to be late to the party. I may not be on time, but I ain't gonna be that late. And I read it. And I'm a nerd, y'all. Y'all think I'm a football player and all these other things. I'm just a nerd. Not a genius, just a nerd. I said, what? I'm sitting there in a house with kids and wife, and I'm reading this mission statement for Black Lives Matter. I'm saying, my life must not matter because my life ain't this. And I said, wait a minute. All right, maybe I'm wrong. I put down some notes. I said, okay, make sure, cut and paste this mission statement, and I'm going to go to work tomorrow, Fox. I was on Speak for Yourself. I said, I'm going to read this with Jason Whitlock. I said, I'm going to read this. No, I wasn't. Was it Whitlock? Yeah, it was Whitlock. Maybe. I don't know. I've been hitting the head. Let me read this. Man, I read that thing. People were like, what? Do you know that nobody who was honking, nobody who was over there knew what that mission statement was that I knew? Not a single person that I knew. They was like, dog, I saw what you read. I didn't know. I didn't know. I was like, dog, it wasn't to out them. It was to end you. Like, do you know what you're talking about? And that happens 1,000 times in 1,000 different ways. That's how I'm built. I ain't taking no sides. And if you don't like that, sorry. I'm always going to look out for you. You my best friend, I'm looking out for you more than anything. But when we know where the line is, you ain't got to look out for me like that, dog. You know where the line is, and you ain't got to do nothing about it. I got you. I get where you coming from. Man, that was deep. I see you, Mike. Shout out to Mike. I don't take sides. I see Mike Hill next time. It's love. I see Jason Whitlock. It's love. Y'all don't love each other? Oh, well, I see both of y'all. That's on y'all. Real spit. All right, let's get into this. We got to get into that Cam Newton Sports Podcast continuation of Mike Hill thing pretty much, but a different level of it in terms of energy because he's going there in a crazier way. Go ahead, Cam. And we're going to see what else we can get into because we getting around that time. We got a tournament today. Shout out to the itty bitties. We won yesterday. Yesterday I had a day. I got to give y'all this real quick. Yesterday I had a day. We had a track meet and 2 basketball games. So if the track meet runs on time, which no track meet in track history has ever run on time, unless it's Olympics, we going to be fine. Of course, it's these little kids. They don't know how to line up. I got lane 1 on my hip, but why am I in lane 6? I'm like, these kids is just a mess. Anyway, they get through it. They put our kids on the infield. I need to leave in 15 minutes. They're already in infield staging. They're ready to run. It took an hour. So we get to the game like 30 minutes late. Yeah, I was speeding a little bit, itty bit. My daughter always said, Daddy, what's the speed limit? I said 65. What are we going? 71. Daddy! I'm like, no, baby. That's the flow of traffic. She always says it. So anyway, we get there. We're late. MJ goes in the game. I park. No. I pull up. I said, MJ, go in there. He got on house shoes. You know these kids always show up like they fresh, like they in the NBA already. He ain't got his damn game shoes or nothing, though. He goes in. I get the girls. I park. I go in after we go to the bathroom. We walk up to the court. He already in the game. He 30 minutes late, already in the game. I'm like, damn, he ain't even warm up nothing. He's 10. He balling. They balling. They up 80-20. I'm like, oh, that's why he in. They killing his fools. So we end up scoring 100 points. Now, remember I told you a week or two ago we almost had 100. They stopped it at 97, and we had like 2 minutes left in the game. They were like, no. We ain't going to let y'all put up no Instagram post with 100 points. That ain't good for these other kids. And I was like, I got that. I respect that. You know what happened? Yesterday? They got 100. My son is actually the one that made a layup that got them from 98 to 100. It was sweet. The kids were pumped. You could hear the kids, yeah! Like, look. You're working. And the other kids is like, all right, we see y'all later. We see y'all again. Okay, homie. Okay, it's good. What are you doing, their presidents? Yeah, I don't like that shit. I don't like that at all. I don't like that. It is. We got to go back. We got 2 games today. My wife comes back from San Diego. She spent the night in San Diego. Vrabel. Let me stop. See, that's how Diana got in trouble. So jokes like that. So anyway, then my wife, the girls got track meet today. They got long jump, they got the sprint relay, and then they got the 100. My daughter is the number 1 seed in the 100. My other daughter is 9th seed, so she 9th place. If she beat one girl, that's improvement. But she already ran her PR yesterday, so I'm happy for her. She a basketball player anyway. She ain't track. My other one is a track girl, and she number 1 so far. We'll see. It's going to be fun today. All right, that's my day. Enough of me. Let's get into Cam Newton talking this talk, walking that walk. Ooh, I got to give y'all some love. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about Mike Hill. Y'all like, man, we the one to make the show. Fried Brights, number 5, my dog. John Jones, what up? Oh, Zanika Hayes. Is that a girl? Hey, lady. I don't know. Jay Grizz is 2, and John Doe is just like, y'all keep talking. It don't matter. I got this thing. John Doe, keep talking to him. What'd you say last? Rooney rules for head coaches. What? It's more embarrassing than anything. Who wants to be the token interview? Facts. I've talked to a lot of black coaches like, man, if they don't get that thing up out of here, that Rooney rule, that ain't it. All right, let's talk about what Cam talking about. Let's go.
Podcasts have turned into the new reality TV. I love opening up my phone and boom, there it goes.
What is worse than diss track?
The top 5 most hated podcast personalities. And I know.
Wow. I'm not watching this video yet. Top 5? We about to do that? No. We're not about to do that. I'm not letting, you know what? 1, I feel like I just had this energy. But 2, I'm doing that tomorrow. Yep, executive decision. Straight up. I'm not doing that. I want to do it tomorrow. That's dope. Y'all like, wasn't that the cover for the damn thumbnail? Yes, it was. Oh, well. This is what independent media does. Yep, and if y'all got something to say about it, no, I'm just playing with y'all. Nah, it's because of timing. I didn't know it was 6:30. Damn, it happens fast on this show. Okay, one thing I want to show y'all before we get up out of here. Let's have some fun. Ooh, let's do this. Let's do this real quick. Beat up in the comments. You know me, I can't leave it off of just nothing. Look at this right here. Tell me, which one wins? Up top, we got KG and Magic. Damn, that's dope. We got Steph and Shaq. Lord. We got Jordan and Jokic. Jesus. And Derrick Rose and Bill Russell. Okay, let me just say this respectfully. All these will be insane. That Celtics team ain't got a shot. I know Derrick Rose going to go ham, but Bill Russell playing that defense, that's not enough, right, in this matchup. Okay, I think that's 4th place. Let me just say it that way. 4th place, respect. 3rd place, I think, is Magic and Garnett. Tell me if you agree with me. Right? Yep. And then 2nd place is, Jesus, I can't lie. 2nd place is Jordan and Jokic. Because ain't no way y'all dealing with Shaq. Well, Jokic will bring Shaq out to that 3-point line, but Steph Curry and Jordan, who wins out of those 2? Because now I'm starting to see how Jokic could have some play on Shaq, but Shaq playing bully ball. Woo, that's good. That's good right there. I don't know. Beat it up in the comments. Let me know. That will be fun to see. That would be fun to see. Okay, now I can get up out of here. I feel guilty because I started that Cam and then stopped it. But you know me, I talk too long. I'm too long-winded. If I start a Cam topic, it's going to be 30 minutes. And I really got to get out of here. So I love for you guys out there. Man, rocking with you today. Beat up in the comments. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a member, and let's have some fun. Have a beautiful Sunday. Go to church. I wish I could go today, but the itty bitties got me. God knows. Love you guys. Peace.
It's been a decade plus that I knew
that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.